Hi, so welcome to the Virtual Cheese Awards 2026. I'm Vicky Rogerson and I'm the moderator of this session, which is going to be A10 White Territorial Cheese. And we're really excited to have two amazing judges with us today. So we've got Nicola Green from Bradbury's and Russell Hacketer from Morrison's. And Nicola, do you want to quickly introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Nicola. Some people would know me as Nicola Beardmore because my name's not too recently changed. I won Young Cheesemonger of the Year back in 2018, so I've been part of the cheese industry since 2017. I was a cheese grader in my previous role, and now I'm a specification technologist for Bradbury's.
Amazing, thank you. And Russell?
Yeah, hi, I'm Russell Hacketer. I'm the cheese category manager at Morrison's. I've been there for 16 years. Prior to that, I was a regional technical manager at Dairy Crest. So excited for this. So excited. Woohoo!
Thank you. So this year we've changed the scoring slightly. So all the cheeses will be scored at a total score of 15. They're scored 10 for appearance, aroma, and texture, and then 20, so double weighted for taste, flavour. And any cheese that scores above 40, 45 and above gets a gold medal. Any cheese that scores 40 and above gets a silver, and 30 and above gets a bronze. And there's only one cheese that will go through to Supreme Final on 17th of June. So that'll be the highest scoring cheese will go through to the final. So let's get started. So we're going to start with cheese 1000.
Okay, so it's in a nice waxed parchment paper. Let's open it up.
Look at it.
Well wrapped.
Very well wrapped. There we go.
Okay, so I've got a nice clean face. Got a little bit of a rind at one end. It's clean, looks like it's been cloth bound at some point.
Yeah, there's definitely some lines on there, isn't there? Unfortunately, I've got a little bit of dryness on just the edge of mine. I don't know if you can see the colour's just going a little bit dark and there's a little bit of cracking just on this edge here. You can see that there is some maturation that's coming down from the rinds. Like I say, completely agree with the cloth bound. There's definitely some sort of marking on there that suggests that. Based on the dryness and just this bit of sort of cracking along the edge, I'd go for an 8 on that one for me.
Yeah, totally agree.
Ooh.
Like
Lactic, fresh, zingy. It's just off the body.
Nice and zingy flavour. A little bit of dairiness. Again, it's quite subtle.
I'm just getting a sort of really fresh citrus. You don't have to work on it or anything, though. It's very much there, which for a territorial you would expect. So I'd go for like an 8, 8.5 on the aroma.
I think I'd give it 8.
8.
And texture?
Wow. That doesn't hold back, does it?
No, that's got a lot going on. So
that caught me off guard, totally.
Yeah.
I thought with the lack of aroma, delicate aroma, it's going to be quite a subtle flavour, but that's come out all guns blazing.
It's pokey. Very pokey. See, I was getting a lot more lactic on the, and that's got some sort of slightly beefy notes in there as well. Like there's a bit more savoury going on. So it doesn't taste quite like it smells. That's what caught me off guard. Texture completely melts in the mouth. Really smooth, really creamy, but buttery. It is pliable.
So tasty. So much going on. Is there too much going on? Because I've got so many flavours in my mouth competing. My tongue's starting to curl up. I'm starting to salivate. It's flavour, flavour, flavour. It's rich, it's creamy, it's acidic, it's lactic.
Well, like I say, I'm getting some savoury and beefy notes going on as well.
And Marmite with your armies coming through at the end. That's what tongue curl. Wow.
Have we given you a texture score, Vicky?
Or texture and taste scores.
I would 8 for texture. It's creamy and does melt in the mouth.
I'd probably go up to 8.5, 9, because it's almost like a tasty Lancashire. So a little bit crumbly, moving into that really, really deep, flavoursome zinginess.
Yeah, I'd 8.5 on it then. I'd say for me, it's just that slight dryness on it. But again, you would expect a dryness and a sort of crumble from this cheese. And there is a crumble there. So yeah, I'd 8.5 on that.
Flavour.
That flavour's it's quite an intense flavour for the type of cheese that it is. Like I say, I wasn't.
It's just how it caught, like you, it just caught me off guard totally. I was expecting something really subtle, and then it just comes.
There's a real richness to it, a real depth, a real complexity, which with such a sort of fresh aroma that you'd expect for this type of cheese, the depth of it and the complexity completely caught me off guard.
Totally. There's
a real ooh going on.
That cheesemaker's got something going on there, you know, to be able to make something that flavoursome, but the aroma's just under the radar, just to entice you in and then grab you, shake you about and go, wake up, taste buds, I'm having you. I like that a lot.
That's one of those things that you could like absolutely have as like almost breakfast cheese to literally wake you up in the morning.
Yeah, forget your coffee. Have a slice of this. This bad boy's going to get you. I'm on an 18 for that. For
absolutely. There's so much going on for such an unassuming cheese.
Yeah. I like that.
Love that.
Cool. That cheese got 42.5, so a silver. So the next, we'll go back up to the top, so go to 1007.
Okay, so it's in a wedge in a wax format.
Quite a nice sort of sealed one, this one.
Nice and easy to open. Okay, so it's
a bit of moisture on mine.
And mine.
A bit warm. Really nice sort of cloth bound appearance on the rind there.
Yeah. I've got a little tiny bit of orange in my far corner. Can you just...
Yeah, I've got a little bit of orange going on mine though as well.
I just wonder if that's come off the cloth, or, you know, it might be some sort of lettering they put on or something.
Yeah, I'd say it's something to do with like potentially mold growth, because you'd see those sort of colours with mold growth, but obviously it's not a mold rind, is it?
No. I mean, it's a shame if there's a bit of mold on it.
To me, it doesn't look off or anything like that, though. It almost blends in a little bit, because I've got a few little patches of it.
Okay.
So I'd say that's just part of it.
So appearance, I'll probably go an 8.
Yeah, like I say, for me, there's just a little bit of moisture on there.
Yeah.
Then on to aroma.
So I'm getting a sort of fresh, again, lactic. Slight, and it's very, very slight dampness off the rinds, which again is to be sort of expected on it.
I've been so subtle on the aroma.
That's the thing with the Terrirtorials, though. It can be.
Really, really looking for it, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm hunting for that. I mean, there's nothing off about it. very clean, but it doesn't give anything away.
There's no off taints. There's nothing bad about it. It's a steady 8 for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then the texture looks a little bit crumbly texture from when I've cut it.
Yeah, I've got the exact same. So there is a bit of an edge on there now from where I've cut it, which again for Terrirtorials is expected. Mouthfeel, quite smooth, creamy. Melts in the mouth quite well. Go for a 8.
7.5, 8, yeah.
8.
So yeah, it's a little bit crumbly, breaks down. Yeah.
And then taste.
So it's very,
last one, there's a lot. There's a lot more flavour going on.
It's very acidic. It's very one directional. This.
Yeah, so it doesn't quite punch you in the face with the intensity like the last one does, but you're definitely again sort of taken back. But I'd say it's because of the lactic and the sharpness to it. Unfortunately, like I say, there's not actually much flavour there because it is just masked a bit more by the sharpness of it.
It's just the sharpness, and it's hiding all the other delicious flavours that are in there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'd like to see. I mean, I'm left with a little bit of lemon, but I'd like to see more of that. I'd like to see, like, again, a little bit more depth and a little bit more complexity to it.
I still think it's a really tasty cheese. I still like to see it on my cheese board because it's got that super sharpness that just cuts through everything, and I do think there is a time and a place for that. I
actually think, ironically, it'd be quite a good palate cleanser for that reason.
Absolutely. I do think for that reason, because it's just, for me, it's just that a little bit one-dimensional and I'm not getting much of anything else. It's a 16 or a 17 for me.
I'm a 16 on that one. It's still a great cheese. It's still very well made. I just want more flavours going on.
Okay, that got us a 40, so that's a silver medal. And the next one is 1014.
Okay. So it's another wedge in a wax wrap with some nice
cheese on it. How cute is that?
And then it's got a little bit of cellophane inside, bit of cling film.
I just want to rip it, but I'm going to have to.
And blue rind on it. This is exciting.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, I've got the sort of cellophane going on, but yeah, we've got a sort of a grey blue going on there. Quite a lot of sort of.
Oh yeah. When you actually look up closer, it is actually a white rind that's been overtaken with some blue on top of it.
Yeah, so the white for me is on like the sort of top and bottom, and then the blue is on the sort of the side rinds.
Well, I've got blue. I've got white as the base up on the side and top and bottom, and then I've got blue on top, bottom, and side. And then when I'm looking at it, I've got the maturation just coming in from the rind.
Yeah, I've got that as well. You can just about see maturation line on there.
I mean, for a presentation, attractiveness, appearance, it's quite a nice little piece of cheese, to be fair. It's got the pastel colours. The wedge has been well cut. Looks quite attractive.
Yeah, it is pretty, and I'd say it's going for a sort of like Cathilly style look.
Yeah.
I'd go for a 8.5. There's nothing wrong with that. It's really pretty.
Let's push it to a 9 then.
Yeah, and it's nice to see maturation marks as well on there. So yeah, go for a 9.
Okay. And then aroma.
So you do get that Again, damp sour, you stood in the middle of a sort of cheese maturing room, kind of sort of musty dampness to the rind, but then you get a real sort of
I'm getting a real lemon flavour out of this.
yeah, lactic lemon fresh on the paste, which is actually really enticing. So based on that, I'd probably go for a 9, to be honest.
I think so.
Okay. And texture?
Cuts quite nicely, but you've also, again, got a little bit of sort of crumble in there.
It cut really cleanly, and then when you snapped it, you get
Like,
a slight roughiness, which is great. Let's see what it's like in the mouth.
Slightly squeaky. Definitely a bit of sort of bite and resistance going on there.
It bites back, and like you say, it's perhaps not quite as squeaky rubbery, but it does give you a bit of a, oh, that's a bit firmer than I expected.
Yeah, there's definitely some bite to it, and it's nice to actually have texture there as well. Like, you know that you're eating something, but then it does melt really nicely. I'd go for an 8.5 on that.
Yeah.
I love the lemony flavour. It's fresh. There's enough of it. It's not overpowering. I think it's actually quite well balanced. It's not over acidic or over lactic.
For me, it's really strong on lemon. I'm getting
a little bit of honey, which I think for me is bringing it down, but it is just lemon, and I'd like to see a little bit more.
I'm not getting much else. I'm just getting that whole citrusy, and it's hiding the other flavours of the cheese. As I'm looking back at what we've tried already, I think this is probably a bit too one-dimensional for me compared to the first one that we looked at. So for that, I'm probably going to be a 16 or 17.
I was going to go for a 17, so.
And what's your texture score? I think you've been scoring texture.
17.
I thought we said 8 for texture.
Oh, for texture, sorry, yeah, 8.
8, yeah. So 8 and a 17.
Yeah.
Okay. That gives it a 43. So that's a silver medal. It's currently the highest scoring cheese, but obviously there's 3 more to go. Good. So the next one is 1079.
It's this one here. So it looks like it's been vacuum packed and then sellotaped up.
Yeah. Right, unsure how to open it, I'm not going to.
I'm struggling, to be fair. There we go.
Someone knows how to wrap Christmas presents is what this is. Here we go. Right.
Oh, it's just a bit messy in the pack.
Yeah, I've got a bit of moisture going on there, and it was just a bit hard to get through that first bit, although I get that they've done that for neatness.
That piece is very wet.
Yeah, there's a lot of moisture going on there.
See it glistening. It's.
And get it out of the bag for wetness. There we go. Oh, there we go. Have a wet. Like my hands are covered in it. And you can see the moisture and the sort of excess left in the bag. So it's quite a messy cheese, this one.
Okay, so I've got a bit of bag and print into it. Apart from that, presentation's pretty good. It's a little bit wet. Looks wet. It is wet. So for that reason, I'm going to, I think, 7.5.
Yeah, I'd have gone 7 on that because just that wetness alone, it's quite messy and my bag still looks wet.
Yeah, it is very wet. 7.
7.
So 7 or 7.5? 7. Okay. And then on aroma?
Lemon, bit of honey.
It's sweet and honey.
More honey than lemon, but I think it's quite nice that you are getting sort of more because everything else has been very citrus so far. Very citrus.
So a little bit milky. So 8.5.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to try or anything on that. It's very much there.
The texture just, just glides through it.
It's, again, off the knife itself, it looks like it's going to be quite a moussey texture. The only thing is on that, when I was putting my knife through again, some moisture was still just coming out on the bottom there.
Just dissolves on the tongue. Hardly any resistance. It is more of a soft rather than this. Just to the softer end of the semi-soft category opposed to the harder end. Moisture I've still got coming off, so an 8.
See, I'm finding mine a little bit grainy. It does melt, but I sort of almost have to try a little bit because it is, let's say for me, it's a bit grainy.
Mm. It is. A 6.
Yeah, 6.
And then flavour?
This is another one that doesn't taste as it smells. So I'm smelling honey and citrus. And I'm tasting
acidity.
Again, this one's quite flat, quite 1D. For me, unfortunately, it goes into a bit of a slight sourness.
It goes sour. It absolutely does. It's a 15 for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It disappears really quick into sourness.
Yeah. I'd want to see more of the flavours that I can smell. Going back in your bag.
That's got 36.5, which is still a bronze medal. So the next cheese, the
118.
cheese 1118.
Oh, couldn't we have 118, 118?
Yeah, does that still work?
I don't know. I can't afford to ring that. Fucking that.
Oh, no, don't ring it.
Your wages.
Yeah. So on a wedge in a backpack.
Yeah, a very sort of clean backpack as well, well sealed. No moisture going on.
Nice and clean. I've got a dog nearly had that.
That'd have been good.
9 here.
Yeah, a really cute, lovely natural rind.
Not been cloth bound. It just smells like a beautiful rind. Looks a beautiful piece of cheese.
See, for me, that looks a bit clothy because you can see sort of almost where things.
Oh, there's a few lines there, isn't there?
That's what I'm thinking. So maybe it's where cloth sort of what folded into itself a little on the way around.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I've got a little bit of sort of mold growth on mine as well. The camera's not going to pick it up. There's a tiny, tiny amount of sort of few white speckles going on in that. A very natural, sort of honest rind.
I haven't got any of that.
Oh, you're missing out.
I think from appearance, that's a 9. It looks awesome.
Yeah, really uniform, really pretty, very, like, very honest and innocent, and exactly what it should look like.
Aroma?
Well, we took it out of a bag. Well, when I took it out of a bag, you could smell it straight away. There was a really good, nice, cheesy, rich smell coming out.
So again, there is a dampness on the rind as you'd expect, but we've got a sort of, there's a bit of citrus and a bit of lactic there, but I'm also getting sort of milk, and I'm also getting a savoury note to it as well, a sort of umami kind of.
The Marmite.
Yeah. So this is probably the most complex smelling one we've had yet, I'd say. We've got a lot going on there.
Even my dog's grumbling at this.
I was going to say, I've got company.
So from a texture point of view, it slid, it cut nicely, it broke with a nice little flinty texture.
Sorry, Vicky. Aroma still. Did we do a score?
No, not yet.
I'm a 9.
I'm a 9.
I think there's a lot going on for such an innocent looking cheese. Right, texture.
Texture's a 9 for me.
So there is a bit of a crumble and a bit of resistance, but again, not excessive.
It's crumbly, but you can cut it in a straight line and it doesn't fall apart all over the place.
Which is great.
And then I'm getting a decent bit of acidity that turns into umami, mushroomy, marmite. That's turning into a bit of sweetness.
And then there's a bit of salt in there just to level everything out and make sure they don't fight with each other.
It just works on every single level, that does. That's decent. That's really nice.
Yeah, you've got complexity that in a territorial you wouldn't necessarily expect, because usually you'd expect this really lactic, high citrus note, which we've got with quite a lot of the others, but this has got citrus and then it's got so much else going for it. There's so many flavours in there.
You've got the balance just right, haven't you? Because I think what we've seen previously is all or nothing of one particular flavour, haven't you?
Whereas the balance in this and the fact you can taste so many different things and they're all there and they're not fighting, like say they're balanced, is great. I'm going to go in at a 19.
I'll second you on that. That's a 19 all day long. That's decent.
Love that.
Do you know what?
Amazing.
Is this a real?
This is cracker time.
It's cracker time. We know it's a good cheese when the crackers come out.
Are you ready for this?
Again, this will go well with the butter ones because
I've got my butter ones out. I've got me Miller's butter ones. Here we go. Cheese is on. Ah, yes. That works really well.
that's everything it should be.
The butteriness from the cracker, and then the acidity, the sweetness, and the marmite flavours in there. It's just,
That's so good.
that works.
That's a 46, which is the first gold of this class. To ring a bell.
We've only got one more to go, haven't we?
One more? Yeah, 1188.
Oh, we're so close to the magic number.
Wait, we get copyrighted.
Another backpack.
It's like a backpack, so a different wrap on this one.
Ooh. So I've got a rind on it that's multicoloured. So I've got some white mould, some darker mould, and some black mould on it. On the base, I've got mainly white mould with a bit of brown.
So this,
my top is
I
clear.
love. I've got, you can see the mite activity. Oh, where's my camera's doing a thing.
You can see it.
But there's like, you can see where the mite activity's gone on. That's really exciting. And yeah, I've got mold, I've got white, I've got black, I've got like really speckled on this edge here, which is quite exciting to see.
I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but the cut face is quite shiny.
Yeah, I've got a sheen to mine as well, but don't forget these have been out for a little bit now, so it might be a temperature.
I'm just comparing it to the other ones that we've had.
Yeah.
Sheen on like that.
Absolutely. But it's not coming off as like excess moisture or anything. It is just a bit shiny.
Yeah, it's not wet or damp.
No, shiny cheese. I've got an ever so slight sort of just crack at the bottom there. See that line just at the bottom?
Oh, no, got a little crack.
Got a little crack, only tiny, and to be fair, it doesn't come enough into the cheese to warrant. It is just a minor imperfection. Appearance, I'd 8 that. 8.5.
I think 8.5. It looks like a nice rustic artisan cheese. Wouldn't look misplaced on anyone's cheese board. I like it.
An aroma.
So when you open the pack, you've got a decent whiff coming straight out. Really odorous coming out.
There's a slight beefy note to the rinds, I'm finding.
It does seem quite farmhousey, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm getting a little bit of citrus. It's a lot more subtle than the others.
I'm getting
a bit of milk.
Is it like burnt milk?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, there's something there that I'm not. But yeah, that could be it.
I did like the fact that when you open the pack, you got a decent whiff of the cheese, and you're like, yeah, this is going to be good. So from an aroma point of view, I'm happy with 8.5.
I'd go for an 8 on that, because I just feel like as the cheese is out, you're working a little bit more for it. Whereas, like, say, when you open it, it's like, oh.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And texture.
Yeah. So texture, it cuts quite clean cut. Again, I've got a few crumbs, but I wouldn't put it as like crumbly. But then there is a bit of a sort of crumble on the break. Really buttery mouthfeel.
It works in your mouth nicely. It's crumbly but not crumbly. You can cut it. That's an 8.5 all day for me.
Yeah, love that. I completely agree. Like I say, it's crumbly without being excessive. But the way that it just moves in your mouth, it coats everywhere. But again, it's not claggy. It's not wet, that sort of thing. It's a really good. It's just really buttery. Coats everywhere that it should.
Yeah. So on to taste. This has probably got to be one of the most unique flavoured cheeses I've had in a while.
Very Marmite, very umami, quite savoury.
Just a little tiny bit of sweetness in there. There's a bit of dairy, but that massive hit of umami.
The sweetness for me just left it at the end.
It's just... It's very different.
I feel like it's not cracker time.
Is it cracker time? Cracker.
I'm left with this sweetness, and the sweetness makes me want to go back and want to have more of it.
It's making me salivate.
But that's just it. Like, there's the right amount of sort of lactic there that keeps you coming back to it, but it's not overpowering. And it just sort of moves around your mouth. And again, that's the thing with it coating everything. It coats all the taste buds as well.
I think it's one of those cheeses, you know, where because it's so different, once you get over that first mouthful of being so different to anything that you've ever tasted before, and you go back in for seconds, you're getting more flavours coming through. That's decent. It's very different. I found a new cheese that's very different.
The only thing for me with this being a territorial is I feel like I'd want a little bit more sweetness and a little bit more citrus that it's giving me.
My only comment on this is perhaps it's not as crumbly as it could be.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost a little bit cheddar-like.
Yeah.
It's very cheddar-esque, in fact.
Shall we mark it another one down on texture? Because and it's the same with the mouthfeel. I'd want a little bit more resistance where it just melts.
Let's knock it a point down on the texture, but for the flavour profile, it's so unique. I'm scoring that 19.
I was going to 18 that, so 18 and a half.
Okay, yeah, I'll meet you halfway on that.
Yeah, 18 and a half.
Yeah.
So that gives it 43. So that is a silver. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah. So that's all the cheeses. So anyone you want to go back over and have a look at? So currently the winning cheese with 46 points is 1118. And then the next
that was the last one we did, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the one with the sort of cloth-ishy rind. No, I feel like I'm happy with that.
Okay.
It's just got that real territorial texture, flavour balance. Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. Yeah. Really, really good cheddar cheeses there.
And they were they're all great examples of cheeses, and they're all so different.
It's so good. Do you know what? I keep being surprised. I've been in cheese for over 35 years, and I keep getting new experiences. And I'm going to put it out there, a big thank you to all the cheesemakers, because you're doing a great job and you just keep surprising me. These are excellent. Really
the absolute standard that we've seen is incredible.
Amazing. Yes, big thank you. All the hard work they put into making a cheese. It's not easy making cheese. Not easy at all. Cool. Well, thank you. So yeah, so in that class, an A10 white territorial cheese, A10 1118 is the winner with 46 points, and that cheese gets a gold and also goes straight through to Supreme Final, which on the 17th of June. So yeah, just a kind of thank you to our judges, Nicola and Russell. Amazing judging as always. Brilliant. Really enthusiastic. And yeah, thanks to Butlers for our aprons and Millers for our amazing crackers. So yeah, thank you so much, and see you on the 17th.
See you all later.
Bye.